Alright, so blocking those Tekken is pretty difficult if you're a new player. Play a whole game, you get fucked up by them. You spend all day blocking back. Just by walking back, and you get eaten by all the lows. Let's see. Even if you block highs by walking backwards, you're still gonna get eaten by all the lows down there. So the question becomes, when do you get good at blocking them? And for the most part, you can't see a lot of the lows in the game. Not this one. This one is what, 24 frames when it comes out. You're still not gonna react to it though. You just gotta get good at recognizing which attacks have lows at the end of them, and your opponent's pattern. If I know my Brian is gonna always do 1, 2, 3, I'm just gonna always duck. But you don't necessarily have to duck lows. You can down forward, you parry them, then oh, you get a combo after that. It's kind of finicky because you kind of have to press the down forward right as you get hit. That's why it's a parry. If you just hold it, I think you're still gonna get hit. Yeah. So you just end up ducking. Let's see a different one. Ooh, Snake Edge. Okay, Snake Edge fucks a lot of people up. And Snake Edge is slow shit. Snake Edge is 29 frames. You have all the time in the world to react to him ducking, spinning, and then hitting you. If he hits you, obviously he gets full combo out of that. But you block it, super punishable. You get a full combo. You gotta make it hurt. So yeah, that is less pattern recognition and more just seeing it, you know. The more you see it, the more you'll be able to block it. The more you play, the better your reaction time gets to certain moves. I still get fucked up by it on occasion. I've been playing for years. Other options, you got a hop kick, jump right over it. Jump right over most lows. You can also parry it. I most of the time resort to blocking. It's not necessarily super difficult when they're that slow. But you can't necessarily duck all the time. If you spend all day ducking, you can get hit by mids. That's kind of just how Tekken works. If you duck, you get hit by mids, but you block lows. Vice versa. If you stand, you block mids, you get hit by lows. Brian in particular has a bunch of strings that look like they can end in lows, but can also be mids. It's up to him. So this is very much pattern recognition. I can't necessarily display that because I have it on random. I just got lucky there. This is a good one. This is one of Brian's better lows. It's 19 frames. It's pretty fast. It's pretty unreactable for the most part. You can see him sway back, and then you know he's gonna either low or, you know, like I said, he has a bunch of mids that you can do from the sway back. But if he's hitting you with a bunch of hatchets, he's trying to get you to duck. The more you duck, obviously, the more painful mids are, but you're gonna get hit by a lot of them. But yeah, you just kind of weigh your options. If you got a hop kick, use it. If you think a low's coming, you can also duck randomly. I mean, it's not the best. Not the best strategy, but yeah, you can do it. I do it a lot with Horong because he has a bunch of strings that are high-low. Specifically with highs, you know, you can duck highs. So high-low is kind of not really a thing in this game. More like mid-low being the mix rather than high, because you solve both problems with the same solution. You duck highs and block mid. That's kind of it on lows. Just knowing when to duck. If you can hop kick it, go for it. Sidestepping is pretty particular to highs. I wouldn't call it the solution on lows. Cause I don't know. Pretty sure hatchet kick is. What the fuck is hatchet kick? Pretty sure hatchet kick is designed to stop sidestepping. Yeah, that shit tracks. That shit tracks like a motherfucker. Yeah, no, you're not sidestepping that. Oh well. Oh yeah, I guess it tracks to one side. Yeah, right. It's still pretty good though. Yeah, it still has pretty good tracking. You can sidestep. You can sidestep right. Traditionally, that is Brian's weaker side is sidestep right, but it still might catch you. I wouldn't call sidestepping the end-all be-all solution. Knowing when to duck, you really know when it's coming, you can parry, which is just down forward parry, down forward in the right timing as you get hit. Getting a hop kick in when you can. Hop kick in particular is pretty good because you get full combo. Yes, you get full combo from parry. Sort of, right? I think that eats your bound. Yeah, it does. So normally your combos are shortened after you parry and your damage is scaled a lot. You're not getting the damage you normally would. And that's what I mean by eat your bound. After certain attacks, they do that spin and you can continue your combo. This. If I were to parry it, I don't get that. Yeah, same attack, nothing happens, he flies back and you reset to neutral. You kinda can't run from lows, like you can't really backdash out of the range of a low like you can a punch. Brian in particular just kinda hawks you down with his because they move forward. In lower ranks, typically people are gonna start throwing out lows at the end of a round because they know they're hard to block or parry. Since most of you are just walking backwards to block, that's what most people tell you to do, or the game shows you. In high level, it's the opposite. They'll start throwing out mids because you spent your whole getting better expecting lows. I mean, lows are still sneaky. They'll still win you around, but most people are expecting them at low ranks, or expecting them at high ranks, so you kind of end up playing a little mind game. Big mistake people do is after you get hit by a low, it's kind of not your turn anymore. After you get hit by a low, that +1 down there means my moves come out a tiny bit faster. Explaining frame grid is not something I'm doing right now, but it'll be a different video. But just know, once you get hit by a low, you're in your best interest to block. Because whatever they're going to hit you with next, they're probably going to hit you first. You're a lot slower after you get hit with a low. Let's see, power crush. You can't power crush lows. Try to power crush, you're just going to get eaten by it. So if you're getting hit with a lot of lows, Power Crush isn't really the option. Because this goes back to blocking, parrying, or orbital. Yeah, I mean, some characters have very specific ways, specific to them, to deal with lows. Like Yoshimitsu has helicopter stance. You can't get hit with a low if you're a floating helicopter. But yeah, power crushers are gonna fuck you up. In particular, some lows won't hit you if you just stay on the ground after getting fucked up. Some will. Some only hit you if you're trying to attack when you're getting up. So if I'd probably have to time it, but if I'm trying to get up, I'm still gonna get hit. Specifically getting up with an attack. Yeah. Like that. The get up kick, or both get up kicks. Well, I won't say all three get up kicks. It's gonna fuck you up if they're doing a low that would normally miss, and you do a get up kick. You can still get hit. Riot's hatchet kick is the funniest low in the game to me because the counter is really satisfying and looks really funny. Oh yeah. Lows obviously they hit low. So if you have a move that jumps over that, that's called a low crush. It crushes their low. Most characters have moves that low crush. I'm scared to say all, I don't know, but things like that kick that Lars has. What is that? That's dynamic entry 3. He jumps in the air, avoiding lows. He high crushes them. If he does it late, you just get counter hit. But it's cool. Yeah, I would just focus on blocking, just because it's slightly easier than parrying. Parrying isn't hard. You don't have to be super frame perfect. It's pretty lenient in Tekken 8. If you're getting fucked up with those, I would just suggest to either be able to see them, which it has to be a pretty slow low, like Snake Edge to see. But if you can't see it, then it's pattern recognition. You know people are gonna hit you with a low if you're low health. People hit you with a low if they're on the ground and they're get up kicking a lot. I've played matches where people only get up kick to recover, and every time you can just parry it, just like you can with anything else. So set Brian to get up kick. If I see the get up kick coming, well, you can't see it, but if I know the get up kick's coming, you can just parry it. Again, it's not full combo damage, it's half, which is something. But yeah, I mean, it's at less than a quarter of health. It's not great, but it becomes your turn. One thing with lows is if you do choose to block it, or you see that you blocked one, choosing what to punish with is the next hard thing. Put down there that blue plus 13. Because I blocked the low, my next moves are going to come out faster because he's recovering from his low. If that makes sense. Again, I'm not really trying to explain frame data right now, but just know that after you block a low, the next move you do is probably going to come out faster than whatever they're going to do after. So, I don't know, if Brian were to like jab or something, and I jabbed at the same time, my jab would hit him first. This is a particularly slow mid, or slow low, so I don't think it's launch punishable, right? No, it's not. You know something's punishable because the yellow word punish will come up. Yeah, it's gonna flash yellow. So it Anything that is, what is it, it's 14 frames and slower, 14 frames or more, is launch punishable. You can get a launch. He's just not blocking right now because he's not set to it. Yeah, well, fuck. The slower the low, the bigger of a punish you can get. Like, it takes him a lot of time to get back up off the ground after I block that. Which is why, you know, in higher ranks, Bryans don't really snake edge too often, because if he gets blocked, they're pretty much dead, right? The yellow punish word lights up, meaning you can attack. Yeah, specifically for Brian, if you were to block snake edge, do your while rising punisher. You can't do any punisher because you're in a crouching state. It has to be while rising. Most characters have a while rising punisher. I'm pretty sure that's standard. If your character doesn't have a while rising launcher, then you probably switch characters. But I'm pretty sure they all do. Yeah. That's kind of how you deal with those.